Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the economic world lately, China's so-called new three sectors. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say, this is one of those stories that, on the surface, might seem like just another economic update, but personally, I think it's a window into something much bigger. What makes this really interesting is how it reflects China's strategic shift in its economic priorities, and trust me, the implications are massive. So, what's this new tree all about? Essentially, we are talking about three sectors that are gaining serious momentum: advanced manufacturing, tourism services, and high-tech equipment. Now, if you take a step back and think about it, these aren't just random industries. They're carefully chosen to align with China's long-term goals of innovation, self-sufficiency, and global influence. One thing that immediately stands out is how these sectors are interconnected. Advanced manufacturing feeds into high-tech equipment, which in turn supports the growth of tourism services through infrastructure and innovation. It's like a well-oiled machine, and I find that fascinating. Let's start with advanced manufacturing. The data from early 2026 shows that this sector is booming, with major breakthroughs in high-tech equipment. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about producing more goods, it's about producing smarter, more efficient goods. From my perspective, this is China's way of saying, we're not just the world's factory anymore, we're the world's innovation hub. And honestly, that's a bold statement. What this really suggests is that China is doubling down on its ambition to lead in the fourth industrial revolution, and that's a game changer. Now, let's talk about tourism services. This one might seem like a curveball, but hear me out. Tourism isn't just about people visiting the Great Wall or Shanghai's skyline. It's about soft power, cultural influence, and, yes, economic growth. What makes this really interesting is how China is leveraging its rich cultural heritage with cutting-edge technology to create unique experiences. Personally, I think this is a genius move. By blending tradition with innovation, China is positioning itself as a must-visit destination, and that's not just good for the economy, it's good for global perception. Finally, there's high-tech equipment. This sector is where China's ambitions really shine. We are talking about everything from semiconductors to AI-driven machinery. What many people don't realize is that this sector is the backbone of China's push for technological independence. If you take a step back and think about it, this is China's answer to geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions. By mastering high-tech equipment, China isn't just securing its own future, it's setting the stage to compete on a global scale. A detail I find fascinating is how quickly China is closing the gap with traditional tech leaders. It's not just catching up, it's innovating in ways that could redefine industries. But here's the thing, this raises a deeper question. What does this momentum mean for the rest of the world? In my opinion, it's a wake-up call. China's new tree isn't just about domestic growth, it's about reshaping global economic dynamics. From my perspective, this is China's way of saying, we're not just a player in the global economy, we're a leader. And whether you're a business, a policymaker, or just someone interested in the future, this is something you need to pay attention to. So, what's the takeaway here? Personally, I think China's new tree is more than just an economic trend, it's a strategic blueprint for the future. It's about innovation, self-sufficiency, and global influence. And if there's one thing I've learned from analyzing this, it's that China is playing the long game. The question is, how will the rest of the world respond? That's something I'll be keeping a close eye on, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Are we witnessing the rise of a new global economic order, or is this just another chapter in China's growth story? Let's discuss.